Can this season just be over with already? Like, Jesus, can this season just be over with already? I honestly don't know what else to say anymore, guys. I honestly don't. I've been following this Philadelphia Eagles team for 25, almost 26 years. And in the 25 to 26 years I've been rooting for this team, this may be the worst late season collapse I've ever seen. Absolutely the worst. Defense just atrocious. They've been atrocious all season. A team that clearly does not give a damn. They just giving up. I honestly don't know what else to say about them. The Eagles in this game losing to the New York Giants by a score of 27-10. The Eagles are going into their playoff game where I am expecting to be one and done. We don't know when they're playing, but it is more likely going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that they're playing in Tampa. And I don't care if we beat this team earlier this season. I'm expecting the Eagles to lose that game. One and done in the playoffs. This team has no heart. They have no heart whatsoever. They just giving up. In this game right here, they rested a good bit of their starters. They had some stars in there who ended up getting hurt. Freaking AJ Brown fumbled and got hurt. Jalen Hurts got hurt a little bit there as well, but he came back. Then Sidney Brown and Reed Blankenship on the defense got hurt. Like, I swear, you can't make this up, man. You really can't make this crap up. Does God hate the Philadelphia Eagles? I honestly don't know. I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys. After that fumble by AJ Brown, I just checked out. I checked the hell out. Because I'm like, yeah, it's going to be another one of those damn games. AJ Brown's hurt. Devontae Smith got hurt last week. So their status for this playoff game against the Buccaneers is questionable. No, it's questionable going to that game. Worst late season collapse I have seen in my 25 years rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles. We want to sit here and say that it started with the 49ers game, but let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real. This team has not looked good all season. They have been barely getting by winning games the entire season. And week after week after week, we've been hearing the same thing over and over from this team about, we got to do this, we got to do that. We know what the problem is, we got to fix it. Talk is cheap. We are seeing the same damn thing week in, week out. So why should we have any confidence whatsoever heading to the playoffs? There is zero confidence for me right now with this team. I am going with the expectation they are done against the Buccaneers. And quite frankly, maybe it's for the best. Because Nick Sirianni got to go. And it's just laughable to me. I'm still seeing Eagle fans who are still defending Nick Sirianni. They're like, we need to give Nick Sirianni another year. We need to give Nick Sirianni another year. You're a fake fan. You don't know football. If you think let Nick Sirianni come back and coach this team next year is going to fix this crap show, you're delusional. You are delusional. The only coach I want remain on this coaching staff after this season, barring some miraculous playoff run, like I said last week video, barring some miraculous playoff run, the only coach I want remain in coaching this team is Jeff Stoutland, the offensive line coach. Maybe also the special teams coordinator, because I will admit, Britton Covey has looked better. Special teams has looked better, so maybe him as well. But I want Sirianni gone. I want Patricia gone. I want Sean Desai gone. Now, it came out yesterday that he is definitely gone, Sean Desai. But go ahead and take Patricia with him as well. Go ahead and take Patricia with him as well. I honestly don't know how any Eagle fan can still sit here after seeing how this team has collapsed. How can you still sit here and say we need to stick with Nick Sirianni? If you guys remember, when we hired Nick Sirianni, I was never a Nick Sirianni fan. I never was. I said, okay, well, he's our coach. This is who they decide to hire. So obviously, as a fan, I'm gonna hope for the best. But Spunky, you're being too tough on him. He got us a Super Bowl last year. Give me a break. Shane Steichen, as we're seeing right now, and the talent that we have on this team is why we got to the Super Bowl last year. Nick Sirianni is the highest paid cheerleader in the NFL. That's what he is. He is a cheerleader. Shane Steichen, who we are missing dearly as offensive coordinator, and the talent that we have on this team is the reason why we got to the Super Bowl last year. Nick Sirianni does not know what the hell he's doing. And it's becoming more and more obvious as the weeks go on. It's the same bullcrap week after week after week after week from him that we're hearing. And we're not seeing anything different. We're not seeing any kind of change whatsoever. Right now, I am embarrassed to say I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Yeah, I said it. I love my team. I'm always going to love this team. It's always going to be fly, Eagle, fly for life. But right now, it is an absolute embarrassment right now to say that I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. That doesn't mean I don't love this team. That doesn't mean I'm going to start root for this team. Because absolutely, I will always be fly, Eagle, fly for life. I will always root for this team. I love this team. But I am so sick of seeing the same crap every single week. A team that just does not care. They obviously care more about getting, they just want the paycheck is what I'm seeing out of this team. They don't care if we win or lose. They just want a paycheck. And that's clearly what we're seeing right now. There is no excuses, no defense whatsoever of keeping Nick Sirianni. This team started off 10-1. They got lucky to start off 10-1. They definitely got very, very lucky to start 10-1 because at least 6 or 7 of those damn games could have easily went the other way. Easily could have went the other way. But you have the number 1 seed in your hands, and you have the NFC East in your hands. And what do? That's exactly what you did. You choked away not only the number 1 seed, but the NFC East away. You could have been the first Eagles team since the first team in general in NFC East team to win this division back-to-back seasons since the Eagles did it in 04 and 05. And what'd you do? The worst choke job I have ever seen in my freaking life. Awful. That right there alone should get Nick Sirianni fired. No ands, no ifs, no buts. That right there alone should be like, Jeffrey Lurie should be in the locker room with Nick Sirianni right now like, okay, you're done. I've seen everything I need to see. We come into this year with a Super Bowl bust team. That's what this season was. We come off a Super Bowl appearance last year. We add more talent to this roster. And this is the crap that we're getting right now? This is the crap show that we're seeing on the field? No, I'm sorry. Nick Sirianni don't deserve another year. I'm sorry. This roster is way too talented to be looking like this. There is no excuses to choke away not only the number 1 seed, but also the NFC East. And Cowboy fans are, of course, pumping their chest like they did something special. We all know it, Cowboy fans, they're going to talk all they want to talk right now. Early playoff exit for the Cowboys, as usual. And me, as an Eagles fan, I'm not going to say a damn thing when the Cowboys get bounced out of the playoffs, which they will. I'm not going to say anything, because right now, my biggest concern right now is the Philadelphia Eagles. My biggest concern is, what are we going to do to fix this mess? You got to hold people accountable. If you don't hold anybody accountable, you don't hold Nick Sirianni accountable, you don't, then 2024 is going to be a repeat. Nothing's going to change. And if I was Jeffrey Lurie, I would have some words with with Harry Roseman as well. Harry Roseman needs to know right now, even your job is not safe. Harry Roseman, this offseason, get some freaking linebackers. Stop using these washed up bums. I'm sorry, that's what they are. Stop using these washed up veterans. Go and actually draft some linebackers. Build your linebacker core. Build your secondary. Because right now, they are getting exposed. The linebackers in the secondary are getting exposed more than anything. And they're a big reason why this defense has looked the way it's looked all season. So if I was Mr. Lurie, I'll let Harry Roseman know right now. Overall, you've done some good things for us. But it's not about what you've done in the past. It's about what you do in the future. So your job, your job is also going to be on the line. Once we get rid of Nick Sirianni, find a real football coach. Don't go out there and get you another one of these yes men that's going to sit there and kowtow to you, that's going to say yes to everything you say. Step out of the way of that coach. Let that coach games. Because Nick Sirianni is a classic yes man. It's whatever Daddy Harry Roseman says to him, he does. Get a real freaking head coach on the coach this Eagles team. There are quite a bit of hot coaching candidates who would love to, when they look at this roster, they would love to coach a team with this much talent on it. But Roseman's got to step out of the way and actually let them coach. Step out of the way and let the coaches coach. Get a real coach in here and let the coaches coach. Nick Sirianni, I'm sorry. I've tried my best to be patient with Nick Sirianni. I tried my best to, okay, well, he can win me over, but he has not won me over. And y'all can go on about get us to the playoffs the first year. You can go on about the Super Bowl last year. But I said what I said on that, and my opinion is not going to change on that. That was more about Shane Steichen, which we're seeing now, and the freaking the talent that we have on this roster. But when that talent stops giving a damn, which they have this season, Nick Sirianni gets exposed to what he is. An overrated, mediocre, shouldn't even be coaching Pee Wee football, much less NFL franchise. That's just keeping it honest. And unless they turn this shit around, they go beat the Buccaneers, and then they win their next game. Unless this team gets back to the Super Bowl this year, Sirianni could go. Sorry, nothing. Two playoff wins is not gonna cut it for me, because if this was 2021 and 2022, I would have said, yeah, that's an improvement. But not this year. No, winning one playoff game is not gonna cut it. This team this was a Super Bowl or bust season. This was the great Jason Kelsey's last season, and this is the way that he's possibly going out. Guys like guys like Brandon Graham, guys like Fletcher Cox, their last hurrah. We're putting together, we're bringing that talent in this roster to get back to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl this time around. And this season it's being wasted, absolutely wasted. So anything short of another Super Bowl appearance, to me, is a waste. It is an absolute waste of a season. Nick Sirianni's been exposed. He is not an NFL caliber coach. So when we go out in the first round next week, which I'm expecting the Buccaneers to beat us at Tampa Bay, I'm crossing my fingers I'm wrong on that, obviously. But if what I expect to happen happens, I want him fired immediately on the field. On the field, he can't even get back to the locker room. You let him know right there on the field you're done. And make him pay for his plane ticket or bus ticket, whatever he has to do. Make him pay for his way back to Philadelphia. And make it very clear to Patricia and Desai and the rest of those coaches other than Stoutland and the special teams coordinator that you guys are unemployed as well. Go ahead, hand them their pink slips. I will always root for this team. I will always love this team. And even next week, I'll be rooting for this team. But I am already seeing the writing on the wall. I've been seeing the writing on the wall. I'm not expecting much of anything. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that they've been trolling us this whole time, and they got this miraculous, this playbook that they have not shown us all season, and they're going to go on this miraculous run to playoffs. But I'm not delusional. That's what I want to see happen, But I gotta go off of what I'm seeing on the field. What I'm seeing on the field is a team that is one and done. You can't even beat the freaking Arizona Cardinals. You barely beat the Giants the first time, and then you lose to the Giants this time around. Pathetic. Pathetic. P-A-T-H. Pathetic. Yeah. E-T-I-C, you know. But yeah, I'm just... It's just pathetic. You know, it really is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that this team absolutely just choked away the #1 seed. They choked away the NFC East as well. I honestly don't know what else to say, man. Like, I honestly, like, I don't know what happened to this team. They lost their identity. I don't know what the hell's been wrong with this team all year. Because again, it did not start last week. Excuse me, it did not start in the 49ers game. It's been going on all season. They did not play a single complete game the entire season. They have been a close battle, a close fight, struggling to win each and every single game, week after week after week after week. And I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. For you Eagle fans out there who are still defending Nick Sirianni, look, I love my fellow Eagles brothers and sisters, but we got to be honest with ourselves. We got to take a deep look and be honest. And if you are of that opinion that you think we should give Nick Sirianni another season, hey, to each his own. We are entitled to our opinion. But don't expect that you're going to change my opinion on this. Because I know there's probably going to be some people in the comment section, again, Spunky, you're being too tough, man. You know, we can't kick it to the curb right now. We got to give him a little more time. I'm sorry. You're not going to change my mind on that. I will respectfully disagree with you, but my mind is set in stone. Unless this team gets back to the Super Bowl this year, Nick Sirianni can go. That's where I stand on this. Unless this team gets back to the Super Bowl, goodbye, Nick Sirianni. Goodbye, Nick Sirianni. That is my position. My position on that, and that's not going to change because the expectations were way too high for this year, and for good reasons. And this season is being completely wasted. Now we gotta cross our fingers that AJ Brown, who got hurt in this game after a fumble, we gotta cross our fingers that Devontae Smith be ready to go. DeAndre Swift be ready to go. Reed Blankenship and Cindy Brown, all those guys be ready to go because the playoffs is win or go home now. So you know this is crunch time. There is no do-overs. You have to win or you go home. And this season right here has been a massive disappointment, but it can still end in a glorious way with us getting back to the Super Bowl. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But I would absolutely love to be proven wrong by this team on the field. I would love for them to go out there and just prove me wrong week after week after week, and get to the Super Bowl. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for. And like I said, I love this team. I'm very passionate about this team, and I'm going to continue to root for this team, even though they continue to piss me off week after week. But I don't care what you guys say in press conferences. I don't give a shit. Actions speak far larger than words, and right now, your actions are saying to me that you are nothing more than a first round exit to the playoffs. The last team that knocked the Eagles out of the playoffs, minus of course losing that Super Bowl last year, but the last team to do it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. You guys remember that 2021 season? 2022 is when we played them. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers knocked us out of the playoffs. So yeah, this season had way too many high expectations, and right now this team is looking absolutely atrocious, and I just don't see this ending in a happy manner. I just don't. But I would love to be proven wrong. And for you guys that are still defending Nick Sirianni, I don't know how anybody can still be on the Nick Sirianni train after this, but there are clearly guys like that, and there are clearly people saying, the Eagles won't fire him. I'm like, yeah, bullshit. If they will fire a Super Bowl winning head coach, Doug Peterson, in 2020, after he had a bad season, they would damn sure fire Nick Sirianni. And if you sit there with the belief they won't fire Nick Sirianni, then I'm sorry, my friend, my brother and sister, or sister, whatever, who says that, you're delusional. We fired the Super Bowl winning head coach Doug Peterson after a bad 2020 season. So Nick Sirianni is definitely on the hot seat. Definitely on the hot seat. He got us to a Super Bowl, but he did not win that Super Bowl. I can go on about that Super Bowl, but that's in the past, whatever, but don't sit here with the being delusional, thinking that Nick Sirianni could not possibly get fired. And I don't think it's going to happen I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. I think with one more playoff game left to go, I think they're going to let him at least coach out that game and see how it go. But the Eagles lose that game against the Buccaneers. Don't be surprised if you turn your TV on and Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter, one of those guys, one of those reporter guys, they let you know that Nick Sirianni's been relieved. Do not be surprised. Change is coming. Change is definitely coming one way or the other. I expect Washington to fire their head coach, Ron Rivera. He's going to be fired. So there's definitely going to be some changes. So, yeah, do not be surprised if Nick Sirianni gets fired. And like I said, if this team don't get back to the Super Bowl, that's exactly what I want to see happen. I want to see him gone. I want to see Patricia gone, Sean Desai gone, the linebacker coach gone, the defensive back coach definitely gone. All of them gone except for Jeff Stoutland and the special teams coordinator. Those two guys can stay. But the rest of these bums, goodbye. Goodbye. Pack your bags, get the hell out of Philadelphia. To the Giants fans, obviously you guys finished your season out. You guys were not going anywhere anyway. You guys were mathematically eliminated. But hey, I know for Giants fans, beat the Eagles is a monumental moment for them. So to the Giants fans out there, my guy Bad Dog, Cop Pizzo, Ron Effett, Gregor Kameni. He's not a video maker, but he's a good friend of mine. Giants fan. Bones. Who else? Rayvon from Virginia. Who else am I missing out there? The Entertainer, Terrabelli, Kid Blue, all the Giant fans here on YouTube. Congratulations to you guys. There's no hate here. I've never had any hate for the Giants. If anything, you probably actually did my Eagles a favor, because I think this could be possibly a wake-up call for the Eagles that we need change here in Philadelphia. So, you Giant fans out there, congratulations on your win. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But back to my team, change has to happen, because this is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. PATHETIC, pathetic. Garbage. Pure garbage. A team coming off a Super Bowl appearance should not look like this. A team that has so much talent on it should not be looking like this. There are no excuses for this crap show that we continue to see week after week after week after week. So yeah, Mr. Lurie, Jeffrey Lurie, I will let Harry Roseman know that he has to fix this crap, man, because it ain't all Nick Sirianni. Don't sit here and think that I'm blaming Nick Sirianni 100%. But Harry Roseman deserves part of the blame as well, because what we're seeing is the lack of solid linebackers is really hurting our team. This secondary needs to be revamped. The pass rush is just not getting there. I don't know what's going on with the pass rush, but it's down as well. The scheme is just awful. They're not putting the players in the best positions to succeed, and that right there is an absolute fact. The coaching staff is awful. So Harry Roseman, still got love for Harry Roseman, and I still believe he's the best general manager in the league, but he would be on the hot seat as well. Not firing him this season, but what I'm saying is there will be pressure put on Harry Roseman to fix the obvious problems with this team, to get the obvious problems with this team addressed. The pressure will be on him. This upcoming draft, we need to focus on building up this secondary. We need to focus on getting some good quality NFL starting linebackers at that position, because we're getting exposed because we don't have it. So yeah, I will put some pressure on Harry Roseman for sure. I would definitely get rid of Nick Sirianni. I get rid of like I said, the rest of the coaches except for Stoutland and the special teams coordinator. But everybody else can go. And these dead rate players who are getting up there in age, but they got high salaries, they need to go as well. We need to continue to get younger and younger on this team. So yeah, that's what y'all gotta say, man. I really didn't want to talk about the game because, like I said, man, once AJ Brown fumbled that ball and then he got hurt, I was like, okay, yes, it's gonna be another one of those crap show games, and I just emotionally, I was phased out of it. I honestly was. That's really the way I've been, especially since this losing streak. But this whole season, man, has been a gigantic disappointment. We couldn't beat anyone by a comfortable margin. Every damn game had to be a close, drawn-out fight with this team, because we let teams stay around. We let them linger around. And it came at the bite in the ass quite a bit of times this year. And if we don't get our shit together, if we don't get this shit together, we are one and done in the playoffs. So, yeah, to the Giant fans again, shout out to you guys. Congratulations on your win. Eagles have at least one more game left to be played. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm going to those games with very low expectations, with the hope that they prove me wrong and they go out there and they get the job done. But I don't give a damn what they say in press conferences. What matters to me is what I see on that field. And right now, what I'm seeing on that field is a laughingstock. I love my team, but they are absolutely embarrassment right now. I'm very honest and realistic about my team. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Eagle fans, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. We don't know yet when the Eagles play the Buccaneers, but more like it's gonna be the Buccaneers. With a time to be later, you know, determined. But as always, go Birds. Spunky Nights and Ones out of here. Fly, Eagle, fly. Peace.
That's all, folks.